Hello there and good afternoon. While Remain MPs draw up plans to thwart the will of their voters and talk of a snap general election swirls around Westminster, news breaks that the Germans do not want the UK to leave the EU. A letter signed by more than 24 influential politicians, including the frontrunner to replace Angela Merkel, says that should we wish to leave the EU, we will always have friends in Germany and Europe. It also talks about them missing our black humour and pantomimes, as well as our drinking tea and beer and driving on the left-hand side of the road. Without your great nation, this continent would not be what it is today, a community defined by freedom and prosperity, it says. And it ends with, Britons should know from the bottom of our hearts, we want them to stay. Now that's all very nice and flattering, but we're not physically going anywhere. The letter seems to miss the point. When Germany wakes up on the 30th of March, the UK will still be in the same place. They can still hop on a ferry or on an aeroplane and come and visit, just as we will go and visit the EU27 as we always have. 99.9% of the Brits they live, work and enjoy life with will still be there, doing the same things they did the day before. And the missing 0.1% will mainly consist of UK MEPs, one supposes. We will of course still all be friends and go about our lives as we wish to. We in the UK will still be drinking beer and tea and driving on the correct side of the road. The UK can still add greatly to Europe by being a good friend and neighbour. The only difference is that we are separating politically. The UK is rediscovering the ability to stand on its own 2 feet. Our desire to leave the EU political project and go out into the world does not mean that we are severing all ties with the EU member states. We have willing buyers and willing sellers on both sides, so trade will continue. We have joint interests in defence, security and law enforcement, so we will cooperate where needed. We all have an interest in each other's cultures and business, as well as having family members in the UK and in the EU27. So travel will continue for business, pleasure and education. If there is a perception that somehow we are leaving the continent of Europe, this should be rebutted vigorously. We are not leaving Europe, we are withdrawing from the European Union. Whatever the Remainers may claim, this decision of ours is not driven by a dislike of Europe or Europeans. It is driven by the desire to independently forge our own future in a wider world and to control our own laws, money and borders. As a Brexiteer, I wish the people of the EU27 well in the future. And the UK will always be here as a supportive but independent friend and neighbour. Anyway, what do you think? Please leave a comment below and thank you for watching.